Hey guys, welcome back to Scimitar. So, you've decided that you might want to join a virtual airline, and that's a good choice. Honestly, I think it makes flight sim so much more fun. But then you go onto Google and you search virtual airlines, and suddenly you've got about 400 of them. Real airlines, fictional airlines, super realistic ones, and they all claim they are amazing. So today I'm basically going to make this really simple. I'm going to help you figure out what kind of virtual airline actually suits you, rather than just giving you a random list of airlines and saying, yeah, join this one, because that's not really helpful. And before we get into it, I just want to say thank you very much for the support in the last video. 3,000 views. It's pretty good, I would say. I'm very happy with it, and it's definitely motivation to keep going. So yeah, let's get into the video. First thing, how serious do you actually want to take this? Because this is probably the biggest thing I think about. If you're the sort of person who loves making everything realistic, proper routes, proper schedules, you got SimBrief, you got the charts, you got VATSIM, you got the whole shebang, then I definitely look towards a more realism-focused virtual airline. And this is where something like VAMSIs is really useful. Look at this website, it's all there. All the realistic airlines are on this website, so go check it out after the video. Please just help engagement purposes. And you'll find quite a few virtual airlines using it. And it's got all the stuff you'd expect for managing flights. You've got your fleets, you've got your schedules, you've got your pilots. So if you want that feeling of actual operating as part of an airline, I'd have a look at virtual airlines using VAMSIs. But if you're sat here thinking, whenever, wherever, and you know, that's fair enough. You don't need something incredibly serious. You might prefer something more relaxed, like a New Sky-based virtual airline, or simply a web browser airline. Some more relaxed ones where you can fly anywhere, I recommend Qantas Virtual. There might be some others, I'll put them on the screen. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a game, you're supposed to enjoy it, right? Some people prefer looking at it as a realistic simulator. Next, that sounds really obvious. What do you actually want to fly? Because I see people join virtual airlines because they've heard they're good, and then realise, oh, I don't actually like the aircraft, I can't fly the aircraft. Don't do that. If you can fly the A320, find someone with A320s. If you're a 737 person, go fly your 737. And if you want to fly everything because you can't make your mind up, yeah, there's a VA for that too. You know, like I said, Qantas Virtual. Personally, I like having a bit of variety, but that is completely up to you. Then, have a look at the routes, and actually look at them, alright? Don't just see a nice website and immediately press join, or see Qantas, as I said, you think it's in Australia. It's not, alright? You got to look at the website, because sometimes you can fly where you actually want to fly, not fly, alright? So yeah, definitely have a look before you join. And probably the biggest thing for me is community, because you can have the most realistic virtual airline ever, but if you join the Discord and it's just crickets chirping, I'm probably not staying, right? So look for people actually talking. Have you got events? Have you got group flights? Have you got staff helping people? Have you actually got conversations? And don't get obsessed with the member count either, alright? I'd rather join a virtual airline with 300 active people than one with 10,000 accounts where nobody talks. And actually, the airlines I fly for, like the one on the screen in the background, has 150 members. And you may think that's not a lot. You know, in the virtual airline world, it's a good amount. But the reason why I fly for this airline, Broadland Airways, is because of the community. And I also work for not only Broadland, but Virtual WestJet. And they have about 400 members. So definitely think and consider, alright, the community before you go ahead and start flying, because it's a big thing. And one last thing, don't make it a chore, alright? If you've got loads of time and you want to fly 5 times a week, brilliant. Go for something more involved, right? If you're busy and you only fly when you've got a spare evening, don't join somewhere that's going to make you feel guilty because you haven't flown enough. If you've got enough going on, you know, we all have life outside of flight sim. It may not seem like that, we don't want it to be, but we do, alright? Your virtual airline should fit around your flying, not the other way around, right? Honestly, that's kind of it. Don't worry about finding the perfect virtual airline straight away. As I said, my honest recommendation is, if you're into realistic virtual airlines that you're looking for, go ahead and join the VAMSIs platform. If you need any help, definitely comment down below, and then I can give you some virtual airlines according to what you like. You can just say it in the comments. I'll be happy to help because I'm quite knowledgeable on that. Alright, so yeah, think about what you like flying, how realistic you want it to be, where you want to fly, and whether you actually want an active community. Then just try one. You might love it, you might hate it, and if you hate it, leave. There are loads more. You're not, in a marriage with it. You can leave, okay? And you're not signing a lifetime contract. So hopefully that helps if you're currently looking for a virtual airline. And if you're already in one, tell me which one you're flying for and why you chose it, because I genuinely love to see what everybody's using. It's quite interesting for me. And if you're new here, I've got plenty more flights and virtual airline stuff coming. So if that's your thing, you know what to do, guys, okay? Click the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.